What's up YouTube? This is dubkdad, and I'm here today with a video response of sorts to dubkdad's Chaos Salvo deck. Now what I did was I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to the video that he made somewhere, probably down here, so make sure you check that out first. Basically what I did was, when I saw the video, I was kind of inspired to go off of his deck build and try and come up with one of my own. It's very similar to his. His was very consistent. I tried his out first and just kind of tweaked in some cards to fit more of my play style. So it is really more of just a video response to that deck than to actually say that I came up with a deck myself. Although Chaos Salvo has been around for a while, this is just kind of like my version of the deck that dubkdad did. So anyways, let me go ahead and get started with the monsters. We have, of course, 3 Salvos, 3 Cyber Dragons, 3 Dekoichis, 3 Cyber Valleys, 2 Card Troopers, a Sangan, and then for my own personal likes, I put in 2 Dimensional Alchemists, of course not Machine, but with so much stuff going out of play, Dimensional Alchemist is really good. He is a light monster, so he makes another target for your Chaos portion of the deck. And let's say your BLS or Sorcerer or whatever gets removed from play, you can snag it back with Dimensional Alchemist's effect. Very cool card. I think he works really good in here. Works good with the Call of the Haunted for the deck too, since we have Sangan and Card Trooper in here as well. Makes a lot more targets for it. I'll get into that in a little bit though. Boss monsters, of course, you have your Gorz. I have 2 Chaos Sorcerers, and then your 1 BLS. Originally dubkdad had a Dark Armed Dragon in his build. Every time I was drawing into it, it was not at the right time. I was having a hard time having the right amount of dark monsters in there for him to even get summoned. It became a dead draw a lot of times, and it was just not working out for me. So I took him out, and it works a little better. I'm also not playing any Effect Veilers. I had them in there at first as well. Effect Veiler is an awesome card, especially for the format. It works really great in a lot of decks, but I noticed that a lot of times I just really didn't need him to save my monsters. I didn't really care if they got removed or destroyed from, my opponent's BLS, because I was able to get them back a lot of times with Dimensional Alchemist. So, having them get their effect was not really too detrimental to me, at least in this deck build. Okay, that's it for the monster count. Moving on to the spells and traps. Okay, you have your 1 Future Fusion, 2 Overload Fusions. For draw power, we have 2 Pot of Dualities and a Pot of Avarice. A lot of people think it's kind of strange to play Avarice in here, and in a way I guess it kind of is. But if you're able to go first and dump, a shit ton of your machines with Future Fusion, you can go right into Pot of Avarice and plus kind of nicely. So it works out pretty well. Other tech cards are just the 2 Machine Duplications and Mind Control. On the staples, we have Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, and 2 MSTs. Normally I like to play 3, even though a lot of people are maining just 2. I think 3 works really good, although in this deck there's just not the room. Okay, for the traps, I did a little bit different. We have the Trap Dustshoot, the 2 Call of the Haunteds, and the Torrential, just as dubkdad had. But I wanted to add in 2 Solemn Warnings. All I have are my Korean ones right now, as I sold my originals, as I'm waiting the 10s to come in be released, and I'm going to get my super rares then. I figured there was no reason to hang on to my ultras, because they're going to devalue. So anyways, I'm just have proxies in there for them, but I shall have the supers soon enough, just as everybody else will. And so I'm playing a 6-card trap lineup. I kind of like that a little bit better. Warning is still really good this format. Stops just about everything, and if it gets MST'd, then it's just a 1-for-1, or you're going to stop a big play. So either way, it works out pretty good, I think. Alright, on to the extra deck. I have Chimeratech, Fortress Dragon, and then 2 Chimeratech Overdragons right here. And those are going to be for my fusion plays. Originally, I did have Cyber Twin and Cyber End Dragon in the extra deck, but I was never future fusioning for them, and they just became taking up a lot of space. I was always going right into Chimeratech. I mean, there was never really any reason to have them in there, and so I took them out to make room. Exceed monsters are also pretty easy to make. I have a lot of level 3 monsters and a lot of level 4 monsters, so going into rank 4 and rank 3 are pretty easy. So we have a Steelswarm and number 39 Utopia. Also we have number 17 Leviathan Dragon, and we're playing 2 copies of the Leviair the Sea Dragon. Black Salvo, Card Trooper, level 3 is easy to make, plus getting back removed from play monsters is pretty key for the deck, so being able to have 2 copies of them in there works out pretty good for me. Synchro-wise, level 7 is the easiest to make since we are playing Salvo with Dekoichi, so we have 2 Blackrose, Ancient Fairy Dragon, and Scrap Archfiend. It is possible to make a level 6 with Card Trooper and Black Salvo. I don't know if the odds are actually in there for it, but it is there. You could also make level 8 with Card Trooper, Cyber Dragon and Salvo, so we have 2 level 8 monsters in there, Scrap Dragon and Stardust Dragon. Probably not the ones I go into the most, but they are there. Originally I tried to have both Trishula and Orient Dragon in there, but they were not working out. To make Trishula is kind of tricky. You need to bring out probably like Cyber Dragon and Salvo, and then maybe a Cyber Valley. And if you have that much on the field, I don't know why you're really going into Trishula, but it's there. But just was never really using it in this deck, so I went ahead and got rid of it out of the extra deck. Okay, so that is my version of the Chaos Salvo. Like I said, it's relatively pretty similar to what dubkdad did. I used that as my inspiration for it. It worked out really good so far, so much thanks to dubkdad for the idea on it. And I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out his video. And this is Black to God.